Hey everybody, Dev here. One of the best things about taking your village to Town Hall 11 is that you get access to the super sweet Eagle Artillery. Now the Eagle Artillery is quite powerful, but it can be beaten, particularly if you have a kill squad go in before it lights up and before it starts raining death from above with its exploding shells. So the trick is to figure out just how big a kill squad you can get away with, and so to do that we're going to have some friendly challenges and see what's going on. Now the Eagle Artillery at level 1, 250 damage per hit, fires 3 shells each time, and it's got shockwave damage, so splash damage of 15 as well. That range of 50 tiles is really just nominal. If you put the Eagle Artillery anywhere on the map, except for the very corner, you can cover every single tile in your village. It says at the bottom here it won't activate until a large amount of troops have been deployed, and Supercell have been intentionally vague about this in order for us to be motivated to work it out. Now I could have done one of two things. Number one, I'm going to try and figure out for myself. Number two, I'll tell you at the end of the video what I could have done instead. So I did some friendly challenges, and I used a Mega Supreme and a Mass Goblin Raid because each Goblin is 1, cheap, 2, we don't have many Goblin Raids at all, except for Nick, so one day when he does a proper Goblin Raid I'll show you, and 3 because they're worth 1 space apiece. Alright, so we're going to get a baseline first up, and I'm going to drop my Goblins down in groups of 10. They will meet their untimely at the hands of my defences here. But they're expendable. I mean, they're goblins. Who really cares about them, particularly at our high level? So keep an eye on the counter. I went in with 220, a full complement, and that's so that we can get a as clear a picture as quickly as possible. So we are just going in groups of 10. Note, I've done 80 now, done 90 goblins, and still the Eagle Artillery hasn't even lit up. Here's 100. Alright, I've deployed 100 goblins, and so far nothing has happened. Not even a little twinkle in the eye of the Eagle Artillery there. Alright, so another group's gone in. 10 more going in. Hope you're enjoying watching these goblins die off. Alright, there we go. We can see that the eagle's eyes have lit up, and that is the warning sign that it's preparing to fire. I've got 80 goblins left, so from 220 that means that the Eagle Artillery will start to light up at 140. So there is your warning sign. Sending in as many goblins as possible now, just to see what the threshold is before it will activate and start firing. So 60 goblins left, so that's one. Okay, 50 left. They found a giant bomb. Haha. Skeletons, and there it goes. Okay, so we've got 40 left. Now out of 220, that would mean 180 troop space would be your minimum amount to trigger a Eagle Artillery. 180 seems like an awful lot, particularly if you're just going on pure troops alone. So it'll be useful to try and figure out what a spell is worth and what a hero is worth, because you can reasonably expect to maybe do a Queen Walk with some rage, or have a Grand Warden behind her as well at the same time, in order to go deep and try and take out the artillery before it takes you out. Alright, so Mega Supreme unsuccessful there, but we did get some useful information. We'll go to the next one. And for this one, I'm going to drop a rage spell first, and then use the goblins again. So the idea is, by dropping the spell first, we'll figure out from there what the minimum number of goblins is in order to get the Eagle Artillery online. Strangely enough, the goblins have gone off course, even though I'm deploying in the exact same area. I'm not sure why that is. Goblins are goblins, and they'll just do goblin things, I suppose. Alright, so we're still going here, and still going in groups of 10. I've got 100 goblins left, so I've deployed 120. That would indicate to us that a spell is at most 60, but is in reality much, much lower than that. Excuse me. Alright, so CC troops have been deployed, so if you enjoy watching golems punch goblins over, this video is the one for you. Okay, so it has lit up and we're down to 80 now. Alright, so 80 would indicate, let's see what my math is like. Yeah, okay, it's going to be 140. Alright, so all in all, if we just go a little further with this group, another 5 perhaps. Still punching away. Okay, so we've got 60 left, which means I've deployed 160 goblins. Remember our mark was 180, so I think we're closing in now. That means the spell is going to be worth at most 20. There goes a group of 5 and still nothing left, so that means a spell is going to be worth at most 15. There it goes. Okay, so 50 goblins left. That would indicate to us that 170 goblins were used. That means that a spell is worth 10 troop spaces. 10 troop spaces. Alright, now remember, a normal pink spell is actually worth 2 spell slots. So another video in which I did show that a dark spell is worth 5. Okay, but I cut that for brevity for this one. Alright, so a regular Elixir spell is worth 10 and a dark spell is worth 5. Okay, moving on to the last one, this one with the hero. This time I'm going to drop Omega's Queen off to the side with the cannon and the Expo lock on immediately. Okay, so the same approach by putting down the unknown amount and then filling up with a known amount. We can then use our brains and work out what the unknown amount was quite quickly. Alright, something even my year 10 class could probably do quite easily. Right, so the queen has gone down and we have deployed 110 goblins and still no joy. Okay. So we're still deploying in groups of 10 here. Okay, so the eagle has lit up now. All right. And there it is. It's just started opening up. Now, I did drop them down in groups of 5. I was a bit slow on the pause there. You might not have seen it, but it was in fact at 65, which would indicate to us that, let's see, 65, yep, that would be 155 goblins that we used, and 180 subtract 155 gives us 25. So a hero is worth 25. So 25 doesn't seem that bad. If you think about it, if you've got 4 healers at 14 each, that makes 56 for a standard queen walk, plus your hero on top, it's going to be 81 troop space, leaving you another 99 troop space to do with whatever you want. So maybe a golem, maybe some giants or a meat shield, something like that to start thinking about your kill squad. All right. So in summary, okay, an eagle artillery, very powerful piece, but it can be taken out, usually with a smaller kill squad, and the numbers are this. It will light up at 140, which means you've got 40 more troop space to deploy before the eagle artillery will start firing. We've discovered that a elixir spell is worth 10 of those troop spots, and a dark spell is worth 5, and we've also discovered that a hero is worth 25 each. Okay, so use that knowledge, construct your own kill squads. Usually I queen walk if I can access it quite easily, but if the eagle artillery is a bit deeper in the core, then I'm going to have to start using some war breakers and some rage spells. So if you're pretty good with your numbers and you've planned out your attack quite well, maybe in a war situation, you know exactly what resources to devote before the eagle artillery starts firing. That's all for me. I'll probably do another eagle artillery video a bit later on, perhaps maybe with a Grand Warden to see what kind of effect that has on it. But until then, thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you've learned something from this too. Give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, and of course, spread the word, get those subscribers up. Thanks for watching.